It is Thursday, April 23rd in the United States and Canada. Johnny Lazarus has requested I say the new hottest team in hockey is the Anaheim Ducks, and this is a show called What Chaos, presented by Sports Interaction from the Justition Studios in Buffalo, New York. My name is David Bean. I sit beside Pete Blackburn, and across the room is Sean DePaz. Folks, we are going to be at Rec Room tonight for Game 3. Be there, watch it with us, hang out. Hi, everybody. Hi, Pete.
Hello, how are we? Game 3, very excited. Sean, how you feeling?
Cautiously optimistic. Gonna be should be good vibes, at least until the Sabres fuck up.
Can we throw around the room? I wanted to do this during a little later in the show, but let's just make it quick. All three of our teams are 1-1 in their series, so I want to do a 1 to 10 worry meter. How worried are you out of 10, Pete?
2. Just it's hard to have worries when you don't have expectations.
You don't need to elaborate, but yeah, like it's low.
Yeah.
5. It's a 1-1 series, best of 5. It's a new series, so I'm about middle of the road right now.
I'm 2, maybe 3.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
think
the
any of us
Edmonton
should be
Oilers.
worried.
I mean, I think you should be
certainly
worried.
You think he should be worried?
I think he should be worried the most.
Really?
Yeah, because he has real expectations. I mean, the Sabres do too, but like they have real expectations, and their best player, who's the best player in the world, might be banged up.
Or just bad at hockey now?
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
so either one of those is cause for concern.
Yeah.
I've got a theory, and it's the later.
The only
Greg
reason-
Cody is unable to join us. We haven't tried, but yeah, Greg, I'm with you.
The only reason I was shocked by that is because the Edmonton Oilers are significantly better, I think. Maybe not significantly better, but
Oh, I agree.
Where
but
are you again? You're 5?
5, yeah. Just I'm like middle of the road. Especially with how the first 2 games have gone.
I do like and I didn't mean to say like, oh, we don't need to say why, but I just like wanted to get like a gut, you feel good, you feel bad kind of thing. And I do sort of agree that Sean and I should feel stronger whatever we're feeling than whatever Bruins fans
right.
feel.
It's like I found $10 on the sidewalk outside of the casino. What do I care if my fucking putting
Put
it
that
on
shit
black
straight, yeah.
doesn't hit?
It's very well put. What are we talking about in the show today, Peter?
Today on the show, Dan's musings.
This
Dan
is a good
Muse
one.
has things to say. We'll get into that. Flyers Penguins last night was a fucking blast.
Oh, it was fucking...
Dude, the
Unless
Flyers
you're,
are
unless
so
you're a
fucking
Penguins
rock
fan.
star.
Unless you're a Penguins fan, not so much a blast. Mick, what is wrong with him?
We're all wondering.
pretty self-explanatory.
Asking the
he's
questions.
He's bad at hockey now.
Yeah,
That's
I
what's
mean,
wrong.
we're going to tip our hand a little bit. He's not good.
There's only one room for blank Jesus, and it's Dick Jesus.
And he was hurt last
Sing
night.
it, sister.
Yeah. Ottawa is anti-bars. Anti-bars.
They
yeah.
let you drink there, but they don't appreciate good music, it turns out.
Yeah. They're deporting fans. You hate to see it. Glenn Gulletson off the hot seat.
And what are the Sabres going to do now?
I know. Man. I'll keep an eye on it. But let's begin by going around all the games last night. We went out for wings to watch the Flyers, came back, hung out, like Buffalo House. We ordered Dairy Queen. Buffalo House
brother,
was a
that-
fucking urgent care center last night. Shit was going off.
Shit was a last night
Shit was a
last
hospital.
Last night was a hospital.
That shit was an ER.
We didn't eat like all day. Grinded throughout the day. Hit like 7:00. My tummy was rumbling. I was hangry. I was pissed. We tried to go to Wingnuts. Hour-long wait. Instead, ended up at Barbill. Barbill elite.
300 out of
I
10.
mean, Gabriel's Gate. I would say it was like a 9 out of 10. Barbill was a 10 out of 10. I don't see it getting better than that in terms of the buffalo wings. Got the Cajun honey butter. Oh,
Cajun
boy.
honey butter barbecue, right?
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah. This is all to say, like 90% of yesterday, no food. The last 10% of yesterday, 10 out of 10 food experience because we got Barbill and then we got DQ Blizzards on the couch watching hockey.
You left out your pizza roll experience.
Yeah, pizza roll's very good.
Yeah, they called pizza logs.
Pizza logs.
Pizza logs, which were
pizza rolls,
basically like spring rolls, but also mozzarella sticks with pepperoni wrapped around them.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So the thing that you just said, like didn't eat all day and then just ate like an absolute madman. I used to talk about this with John Feidelberg, that's like just how kind of every day is for me.
That's how more days go than they probably should for me.
Yeah, just go. Maybe coffee in the morning. Like I have to force myself to do a little protein in the morning. Otherwise, I'm going to have that type of day. But who knows? The day's young. We can still absolutely party. We've been doing a lot of Tim Hortons, Timbits out the waz.
Timmy ho.
Yes, so good times in Buffalo. Buffalo
that
House.
Penguins game was great, huh?
Buffalo House, an absolute fucking
trauma center.
Scientology center.
We did drive past the Buffalo branch of the Church of Scientology. I did suggest a raid. Was not met with any enthusiasm. But that's fine.
No, I thought that was. I'm in for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Flyers have a different kind of energy right now. They pull the coveted.
Okay, DJ Milk.
Shout out DJ Milk. They pull the coveted come from behind belt to ass, which is when you're trailing in the game, as they were. They were down 1-0. And then once they got going, boy, did they get going. And now they are up 3-0, the first commanding lead of the playoffs.
Yeah, we have the Kings are dominating play, but derogatory.
Yes.
The Flyers are dominating that too. I think the Penguins are dead, man.
Yeah, absolutely
big
dead.
dead.
We'll get to that in a second, but I just want to talk about DJ Milk Voice, the energy of the Flyers, because they're down 1-0 in that game. It descends into madness. Pittsburgh, Philly, in Philly, no surprise there. Everybody's in the penalty box. Trevor Zegras scores on the power play, and Sean's going to play it. If you haven't seen it, just like eyes on Zegras, eyes on the penalty box. This thing is a friggin' soap opera.
Flyers out to Drysdale. Now Zegras fires. He scores.
Goes right to the box, slams the door. We were saying he should just fucking open the door and been like, "Get out, boys, dance with me."
Jailbreak.
That's not how the jailbreak works.
Nah, it
but
could be. That's how it works in dodgeball.
Well, that's how it works in real life, where like you escape and then they wrangle you back up and they say you have to go back in there.
The Flyers do have a different kind of energy right now. I mean, that they are running on magic. They are running on the power of. I saw somebody's describe it, the power of friendship and spite. Like that is kind of what is fueling not only their playoff run right now, but also the end of their season, where it's just like they have been the best team in hockey for like a month at this point. They're fun as hell. They're rock star. Any word that you want to. I don't know how much I believe in them, but they're so much fun right now.
I'm starting to believe.
They got a lot of cool guys.
They're like they're like incredible defensively.
Oh yeah, that's been their thing all year long.
So like
Risto.
exactly.
They know what they got.
Strength versus strength. Like the Penguins during the regular season was one of the best offensive teams in the league. Flyers, one of the best defensive teams. And it's just the Flyers smothering the Penguins and telling them to go to sleep. It's been tough to watch.
So energy amazing for the Flyers. Meanwhile, the Penguins are down 3-0, but they've got way bigger problems than that. Sidney Crosby's reputation and his behavior is being put on trial. Late in the first period, Sidney Crosby, Garnet Hathaway lining up for a face-off. Hathaway gives him a little stick to the facial area, which you're not allowed to do. So, of course, that's a penalty. But Sidney Crosby is also called. He's called for an embellishment. And, Sean, if you just want to start looping the video, we need to figure out, was this a penalty? So watch Sidney Crosby. He gets the up, and he goes down. Another one there. So I've got thoughts as to whether this, which if you're listening on audio, Sidney Crosby is tapped in the facial area and his feet fall out and he just falls to and stays down. It's important, he stays down and kind of curls up on the ice as though things have been done to his entire body. But don't take it from us. Let's ask an authority on this. Penguins head coach Dan Muse, was this a penalty?
We don't have a single embellishment all year. Sidney Crosby doesn't have an embellishment in 21 seasons. So, sticks in his face. They take both of them. Oh, I disagree on that strongly. Not one. Not one for our team. All season. And so, we didn't come into this series to start now. Our guys have done a good job with that. And Sid doesn't embellish.
Sid doesn't embellish. I'm joking.
I think Sid embellished.
I would
Me think so,
also lean that he embellished there, yes. Just because you haven't done it all season
It's first time for everything.
doesn't mean you can't start now.
Hasn't been called for it. So
Yeah,
I saw like someone the quote before I saw the video, and I was like, he's saying that Sidney Crosby's never dove in his life. Like, what?
Right.
I can't take you seriously, dude. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, he's saying like we don't have an embellishment call, I believe is what he's saying. And shout out you, Dan Muse. You know we're not going to look that up. So if that's true, it sounds like he's very confident in that. Then that's great. Got a show to do today. Got an embellishment to debate today. A guy embellished. And I will never buy. I've said this a lot over the years. If a guy, even if he doesn't get hit in the face, if something is going on and something comes up near his face and he snaps his head back and grabs his face, that is not diving. I discussed this back in the day with someone who maybe has dove a time or two, Brad Marchand, and he's like, though, like if something, it's like if I were to do this right now, like you're gonna flinch because people will watch plays like that and they'll say like it didn't even hit him and he grabbed his face. He still saw something out of his peripheral vision coming his way. That is natural. I've never fallen down when I've flinched from something maybe coming at my face.
No, his legs just stopped working. Weak in the knees.
Oh, I mean, Garnet Hathaway does that to people.
That's right. It's just an L after L for the Penguins at this point. Like that's a tough look for Crosby. It's a tough look for Dan Muse. They're getting dragged into the shit, and the Flyers are just so much more prepared for the shit. And Crosby said it after the game. He was like, "That game turned into a circus, and we lost control of the game." If you're the Flyers and you hear that, just start game 4, period 1 off the face-off drop. Just turn that game into a circus immediately.
Yeah.
Instant line brawl.
Yeah. Claire says it's not embellishment. It's only embellishment if it's called. All other times, it's bedazzlement.
She's throwing a little glitter on it.
And I think, just like sprinkle a little salt on top of that chocolate chip cookie.
That'd be a pretty fun wrinkle to embellishment, though, is like Sid throws his head back and then like pulls glitter out of his sleeve and just fucking tosses it up in the air.
I do like bedazzlement. When it's uncalled, we are going to say he bedazzled a little bit. Got away. It wasn't called embellishment. Flyers go on to win 5-2. And yeah, like I'm thinking about the Hurricanes now. I'm just like advancing series now in the Metro.
I'm not writing off the Sens just yet, especially after the recent developments that we'll get to later in the show. But the Penguins are dead. I'm crowning the Flyers, putting them on to round 2, and like I'm kind of falling in love with the Flyers and that whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, I was in love with the Flyers once they made the playoffs. Like that was, I think that's kind of all it took for a lot of us.
I also have a lot of doubts about the Flyers and like their legitimacy. At this point, though, I'm throwing that off the table. Who gives a shit? Just enjoy the ride. They're having so much fun right now.
Yeah, I mean, Penguins and Flyers should both be like, yeah, I don't fucking care. If like who Penguins tougher, which is why I couldn't call them a true chaos team because they were too good all year. Where at some point, if you're good, and I think this is Johnny Lazarus's argument with the Sabres, like at some point. You are good, and I'm going to treat you like you're good. That's kind of how I think of the Penguins. Although if you zoom out and say like they shouldn't have been a playoff team, or no one thought they were going to be a playoff team, this is kind of house money. But Flyers more so house money. Do you have the video, Sean, of the woman sitting behind the penalty box after Sid was given the old razzle dazzle? Look at this woman.
His face is so funny there. He's like, yeah.
He's very ashamed, and she's like, oh shit, that's you. Oh, you did that. Oh man. This was Gritty's first playoff game, and it was high event for him. Low event during warmups. Just stood in the corner watching the Penguins.
That's not true.
What?
I mean, maybe during warmups, but not pregame as a whole.
I said low event during warmups.
Yeah, okay. Low event during warmups, yeah.
Yeah. Pregame though, yeah. I mean, the rest of the time was so he stared at the Penguins during warmups. He
It's so good.
And
it's incredible how terrifying he can be just standing still and doing nothing.
It's the most SpongeBob. He's standing there menacingly.
It's
incredible.
So
and then he killed a not player but a penguin. Do you have? Look at our guy go. There was like a penguin dancing. He got in there, and then
the toss is perfect. Like, Gritty has impeccable tossing ability for cakes and penguin mascots. Look where this thing lands. Right on the railing to like break its back in half.
How far do you think Gritty could throw a hat?
Probably farther than any of us. Probably any of us combined.
Chat says Gritty's a bit of a creep. Oh, yeah.
Endearing, yeah.
Yeah, Gritty's a creep.
Gritty is a creep. Gritty's a freak.
Gritty will creep on him.
Yeah.
That's just what Gritty does.
That creep walk. I wanted to just say, like, the Flyers experience, like, I feel like the Flyers are the level of drunk or inebriated where the cop tasers you and it just has no effect. And it doesn't matter what is hitting the Flyers. They just have some sort of psychotic power that nothing affects them and they just plow forward.
Sometimes you got to hit these big boys twice.
They're going for that service weapon.
In the face.
The Flyers are aiming for the service weapon. They're trying to take that service weapon.
And also, as like the Michkov haters are still kind of getting everything they want. They still get to complain about Matvei Michkov.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Like, nothing is slowing them down. Not even Matvei Michkov doing stupid shit and getting benched.
Well, I mean, bad. Let me think. Players that were drafted highly that are supposed to be good for you, being bad is not a problem. This is just going around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially
all
for
the greats are bad.
teams that wear orange.
Yeah.
And like rush more players like Matvei Michkov and Connor McDavid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's transition. Oh, you know what? You want to talk about Stu, so I'll let you ask any questions you have there.
I mean, it was a bad Stu game for sure. Are you worried? Two-part question. Are you worried about Stu? And number two, how did it feel watching Rasmus Ristolainen and your boy score against Stuart Skinner, your other son?
It would have, for some reason, because Stu gave up two, I think, quite bad goals. The Risto one was really bad, and the Sealer one was bad.
Probably got that Zegras one, too.
Other than the two,
I mean, it was right over his glove, though.
Other than, this is kind of like me talking about UPL the other night, like, other than the two bad goals he allowed, I thought that mostly he saw the puck well, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, bad night for Stu, which, welcome to Stu in the playoffs. I'm not going to try to be condescending or whatever about the Stu experience. Like, we know what it is. He's either really bad in the playoffs or he's really good in the playoffs. I thought that last night was definitely a, oh my God, come on, Stu kind of night. And the Penguins don't have the benefit of plugging in a worse goalie to somehow get through a couple of games, then go back to Stu and win 100 games in a row. That magic isn't there. They should have, when the Oilers waived Calvin Pickard, the Penguins should have picked him up, because right now the Penguins aren't able to unplug Stu and plug him back in. Like, you put like Artur Shilov's in there or something, like it's not the same.
I mean, Shilov's. I'm a FBI Shilov's guy.
But no, you're misunderstanding. Shilov's isn't worse than Skinner. He's not bad enough to, like, what you have to do with Skinner is play him, he struggles, bench him for a clearly worse goalie who kind of hangs in there for a couple of games while the team wins, and then you're like, okay, well, this guy is still pretty bad. Let's try it again with Stu. Stu comes back in, best goalie in the world. I don't think that if you go from like you're not sure about this guy type of Stu to a you're not sure about this guy, but he's a good young goalie type of thing with Shilov's, I don't think that counts.
How do you know? You've never seen it.
That's true. But then
you're just only operating off of what you know. It doesn't mean that other things can't exist.
That's true. That's probably in the book that I'm reading about how none of us are smart and we all think we are. It's just such a weird combo and such a weird formula with Stu that I would be surprised if you didn't need a worse goalie to pull it off, because it's also a very ballsy endeavor to go to someone like Calvin Pickard in the first place. But happy for Risto. Love playoff Risto. Have wanted playoff Risto to do his thing for a while. I was happy when the Flyers got in that not only did the Sabres make the playoffs, they got to bring Risto with them. And now Risto's going to be in the second round. Question is, Sabres going to get there too. Can they meet in the conference final?
Handful of lineup changes for the Sabres. Noah Ostlund taking line rushes, needed it, but on the third line, they're taking out Josh Dunn for Kozak, for Tyson Kozak.
Interesting.
So
Still
Panic
no
moves.
maybe
hit the
a little
panic
bit.
button.
And obviously Alex Lyon is starting tonight.
Still no King Kess?
No King. No.
You think
There's
that
going to
ship
need
has
to be
sailed?
like 3 guys to get injured for Michael Kessering to see these playoffs. I think you're going to need like any 2 of Metza. Well, I mean, I guess any 2. Yeah, like 2 defensemen get injured, then maybe. But I think Lindy Ruff is not really doing that this year.
Assuming the Penguins are dead and like maybe dead for good, because you're getting fucking your doors blown off by a goddamn 8 seed in the first round. It looks like you do not belong there. Say the Penguins do not bounce back from this.
Yeah.
Both this season and like maybe next year.
Fire the coach.
No, what do you want? Where do you want Stu to go?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that when you were asking, like, are you worried about Stu? I was like, I don't know what worry I could have about
Did
Stu.
you just call the Flyers an 8 seed?
Yes.
They're the third. They're the.
Yeah, but they're the 8th best team in the Eastern Conference playoff picture.
Oh, fair enough.
This is a 7 versus
Yeah,
8.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's so insane. God damn it, Gary.
This is a 7. Wait, are the
The Flyers are the 8th. Like if
And
you
the-
ordered 1 to 8,
and the Penguins are the 7th?
7th. Yeah.
That's
Damn.
so funny.
That I probably knew that like
Welcome to
a
the
week
Metro,
ago.
baby.
Yeah. I want Stu to stay with the Penguins because it's been. I think I don't think it's going to happen because they have Murashov and they have Shilovs. It doesn't make sense to keep Stu, but I want something to happen that makes him stay there because I like how fans are with him and I just like the piss jersey. So
I don't think you're going to ever see those things again. They get swept in the first round by their biggest rival while wearing the piss jerseys. I don't know if you'll ever see the piss jerseys again.
I think I'm probably getting that piss jersey at some point.
As you
anyway.
should.
Dan Vladar, though, if Vladar is oopsie daisies,
Yeah, that was,
hurtsies,
he like looked bad after he
Yes.
got
Well,
hurt.
He looked bad after he lost his blade, and then he had somebody land on his arm, and he looked even worse after that.
Yeah, and then they like shot right at the arm, and he gave
a
a pretty bad goal. Yeah.
Chat says, and we've hit this before. I think that we hit it right after the trade. Chat said Stu to Panthers.
Yeah, we
That's
talked about
probably the
That would be
But
funny. That'd be
one of
funny.
the more
Stu
likely
Hellebuck,
scenarios.
Stu Hellebuck tandem.
Oh my god.
That would be insane. I mean, if they don't trade for a goalie, I think Stu's the best free agent goalie, assuming you don't count Bob. I could be wrong.
I mean, I guess I have no real idea, but I would assume he's pretty high up there.
I say this not as any sort of jokey, like, oh my God, could you imagine or whatever. Like, I think that it is plausible that Skinner goes to the Panthers.
It's possible.
Free agent goalies after this year: Bob, Peter Mrazek, Freddie Anderson, Stuart Skinner, Cam Talbot, Connor Ingram, Jonathan Quick, who's retiring, Vitek Vanacek, Danil Tarasov, Matt Murray.
Yeah, not a lot of exciting names there.
Not much. So yeah, I mean, I certainly would say that Stu, at least especially when you consider his age, is certainly the best free agent. goalie.
Freddie Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
Freddie Anderson's
old,
36.
yeah.
Stuart's
Yeah,
27.
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Stu's former team because, yes, Johnny Lazarus, the Ducks are the new hottest team in hockey. They even the series last night. Jason Dickinson out for the Oilers, Radko Gudas out for the Ducks, and there's a reason we call him Dick Jesus, folks. Oilers not the same without Jason Dickinson. That game started, and I was like, boys, Colton Dock is on the Oilers' third line because they're also without Adam Henrique, so I apologize for forgetting him there. And their bottom six is I think a lot of people would be happy if like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Jack Roslovic were on their third line. That's pretty good, but it's not what they usually have. They have Josh Szymanski in there who scores a very big goal to tie it, but weird game, I would say. Once again, Oilers lead early, Ducks come back, take a lead, Oilers come back, and then the late goal from Cutter Gauthier, his second of the game, evens the series. Said at the beginning of the show, I'm not super worried. I don't think that time has really come yet, but let's talk about Connor McDavid. He gets hurt in the second period with some sort of weird collision-ish type thing with Matthias Ekholm, who quite frankly ruined my life last night. Trying to hurt Connor McDavid. As I said, I'm like, what the fuck didn't Matthias Ekholm do last night? Tried to kill Connor McDavid, took a
I'll tell you what
horrible...
he didn't do. He didn't skate the puck across the center ice line.
Horrible icing that led to the game-winning goal for the Ducks.
We
but
did point this out last night. There's been a ton of
asshole tax for icing.
bad icings immediately followed by a goal off the faceoff already in these playoffs.
Yes. I mean, that's why you don't fucking ice the puck if you don't have to. So, Connor McDavid gets hurt in the second period. Lot of like, oh no, didn't look good there. Leaves, is on the bench, and then he leaves, goes down the tunnel, comes back, and
To ceremony.
to much ceremony.
From
And
everyone except from Chris Knobloch.
Yeah.
Poker face.
Yes.
was it one of you two? I always feel bad miscrediting the other.
Me and Sean were sharing like one brain cell
Yeah, I
last
think
night.
we
It
were-
could have been either one of us.
Okay. Which one said it sucks that you're not allowed to celebrate?
I think I
your
brought it up, but we
Teammate
kind
coming
of-
back on the bench.
I think I was the one that brought it up. That's just crazy that like he has no McDavid goes down the tunnel, just kind of got to wait to see that guy walk back out, and then he does, and you just can't. Like Knobloch doesn't even look at him. Just can't
Yeah.
even acknowledge the fact that. But it internally has to be fucking fist
Yeah,
pumping.
I mean, like the panic that must course through your body for a few minutes when Connor McDavid leaves the ice and goes to the room, and you're Chris Knobloch being like, "Well, I'm gonna get fired."
I have only gone to the Stanley Cup final in my coaching career, and I am going to get fired. McDavid comes back to great ceremony, at least for all of us, and on the power play, I think experiences the worst sequence of Connor McDavid hockey I've seen in my career. Sean? So he turns it over, like bemoans the fact that he did it instead of defending. Bing, bang, boom, shorthanded goal for the Ducks.
That's not even the worst. Yeah, the giveaway is terrible. It's the fact that he stopped playing and did like but I'm the worst.
That he like throws his head back and kind of like looking like Sidney Crosby, except he forgot to fall down.
Yeah.
Like throws his head back and is like, And this is shocking because I said after, I was like, all right, he's playing. He's not hurt. New development though. He's bad and he doesn't try.
Yeah.
Here's a new one, Oilers fans.
I very much enjoy this bit.
That
Connor
was
McDavid sucks now.
An extraordinarily roller coaster, like 5 minutes, where it's like, okay, he's hurt. He's going to miss the rest of the playoffs with some serious leg injury. Oilers are fucking cooked. He comes back onto the bench. You're like, oh my God, season's back on. Stanley Cup back on. He hits the ice for the first time. And you're like, oh, this guy just fucking sucks now. And he's a baby. God damn it.
Yeah, then there are some things where you're like, oh, well, he's injured, so he's not feeling right. So that, if he's 100%, he could do it was just a backhanded pass to nobody and then gave up on a play.
Yeah.
And then like tried to get back into it, but by then he was just like, oh yeah, okay, fuck, I don't care, whatever. So
Not good.
That sucked. And it was astonishing. It was appalling. So much so that we, yes, Sean, are currently doing a bit that Connor McDavid is bad at hockey. That is how rare and insane this is. It was posted by, I was looking for a clip of this play, and a Rangers fan posted it with, "This is what they don't show you about McDavid." You know that thing that McDavid always
We
does?
found the McDavid files.
Release the files.
the McDavid files.
Like the reason we're all talking about this is because holy shit, did you see McDavid did something wrong?
For the first time in his life.
This is what
Also,
they don't show you.
It coming from a Ranger, although I guess like a Rangers fan would know when his captain is a fucking asshole
Yeah,
and
not
quits
trying.
on a play and just doesn't really try.
Did someone in the chat, maybe my brain is, did someone in the chat say Connor McCalling it a David?
I don't know, but that kind of rocks.
If they did, I mean, what if he just changed after that? Just like kept skating
He just
to
goes
the
into-
bench. It was just like, yeah, I'm a
Witness protection comes out with
Yeah.
a different name.
fuck this. You do, I don't have Jason Dickinson to carry me. By the way, Oilers power play without Jason Dickinson,
Looks like the Sabres power play.
not getting it done.
Yep.
That 5-man
he's a
unit.
material difference without
That-
Dick Jesus in the power play.
Yeah, normally when Dick Jesus is there, just like defending and stuff. Ooh yeah.
Dick Jesus in
I'll tell you what,
front.
if that were Dick Jesus on the power play instead of Mick Jesus,
I bet he'd take care of the puck and he'd at least try.
yes, that's no chance they score if that is Dick Jesus instead of Mick Jesus.
Oilers, not good with the second periods so far. In this series.
No. They like to fall behind heavily. And by the way, yeah, we do a bit now that Jason Dickinson is important to the Oilers power play, even though I think
less
if
of a bit than it was when it started.
Yeah, if the Oilers had 33 power play units, Jason Dickinson would not be on any of them. But when Jason Dickinson is out of the lineup, it affects everything. We were texting with Laz about it this morning, and he said bench morale affects the power play. Maybe yes, he's played the game. Maybe
famously last night in the Flyers game, the penalty box morale affected the power play.
Yes,
there was a lot of whimsy and just guys being dudes in the Flyers penalty box.
Might you say a different kind of energy?
A different kind of energy. That's right.
How sick would that be if when Zegras scored that goal, they were like, oh, it's a different, because we only saw them jumping up and down. But like, what if first they did like a little like NFL like pregame, like, oh, it's a different kind of energy. Explode.
We got a direct line to the Philadelphia Flyers. We should try to like really push them to embrace a different kind of energy.
How'd you feel about that, Sean? Stealing it from a Buffalo DJ?
I think I'm fine. I don't know if
right now it's a free agent. I mean, the Buffalo DJ Milk threw it out there. Like it entered the transfer portal. Sabres have to claim it.
Yeah, he said it to us.
That's right. Yeah.
He gave it to us. It was a gift.
The energy hasn't been. Well, I guess it's been pretty different here in Buffalo. Not really in a good way than it was during the regular season. So I think I have no problem with the Flyers having that one.
Different. I mean, like if we're truly handing it off to a team that has a different kind of energy right now, the far and away winner in the playoffs so far has to be Philly.
Oh
yeah.
Philly is my favorite team in the playoffs.
Like running away with it
in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I've enjoyed every single Flyers game. Have only enjoyed one Sabres game, and I didn't even enjoy most of that.
Sean's on bandwagon watch.
Yes, I am jumping off the Sabres bandwagon to the Philadelphia Flyers bandwagon. By the way, Josh Norris officially out and is day-to-day.
First time for everything.
Yep.
Now, after the Oilers fall behind 4-2, come back thanks to goals from Zach Hyman, of course, and Josh Szymanski, which we don't have the clip of it, but Buffalo House was a fucking Matt Savoy 7th birthday party. Just like showering Matt Savoy with praise for he's a jolly good fellow. Whole fucking night we huddled up. Matt Savoy. It was a fucking Ray Lewis Hall of Fame induction.
You're not allowed to reference Ray Lewis on the podcast
anymore. Hand up.
Somebody's been eating off that line for like 2 years at this point.
Hand up.
There were a lot of, I will say, 3-game slate last night. A lot of moments where we it was hooted and hollered.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hooting and hollering last night.
It was up.
The Boldy goal, all of the Philly Penguins stuff, the Matt Savoy back check, Szymanski scoring. There's a lot of hooting and hollering last night.
That shit.
Different kind of energy at the Buffalo House.
Gangster.
Yeah.
That Savoy shit was so gangster.
And we called it live too,
Yeah.
where like they're trying.
Yeah.
It was Alex Killorn like leaving the defensive zone, and like Savoy's coming for him. We're like, Matt Savoy, dog. Matt Savoy. I've totally stolen that from you, by
Yeah,
the way.
that's fine.
But like, what's ours is ours,
Yeah,
and everything.
he's a
It's
dog.
like, Matt Savoy, dog. He steals the puck, keeps it in.
Those kind of players are so cool when you see them like approaching a guy from behind,
Yeah, it's
and you know what's about to happen. Like
Josh Stone
Mark
does it a
Stone
bunch.
at his peak, you're like, oh damn, this guy does not know what's coming. Kiefer Sherwood's like that. Matt Savoy, absolute dog on a puck when it comes to that. Zach Benson is one of those guys too.
Who did? It might have been to Robert Thomas. Remember when Nuge did it to? I think it was like a breakaway or something 2 years ago. Nuge had like the chase down block of all chase down blocks. That
Electric.
shit fucking rocks.
Chase down blocks rock.
I'll watch the LeBron Iguodala chase down block for the rest of time.
Yeah. I mean,
Was it Iguodala?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blocked by James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch that shit all day. But anyway,
I want Iguodala.
Matt Savoy, dog, keeps the play alive. Josh Szymanski only in the lineup because Adam Henrique is hurt. Scores, first playoff goal, support German hockey. Amazing stuff. After the game is tied, this game is in Edmonton. This happens.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Something happens on the ice.
There's a foul.
Yes. Fair foul. Was this foul?
On the ice. Did that come from the crowd?
I don't know where that came from.
Ducks players on the end of the bench are looking in the section to the left of their bench from where they sit. As you look at it,
So that's what at
they're gonna
first
have to clear up the ice here.
we saw posts about there's a rotisserie chicken on the ice. And I mean, if people were saying rotisserie chicken in the first place, they were stumped too, but the three of us had nothing in terms of what? Why? And like 33 minutes later, we were like, a roasted duck would make sense. Oh, that's probably what it is. I still don't know if that was a duck.
That looks.
It looks like a duck. That looks
Does
like
it?
a duck. Yeah.
If it
I guess
looks
I don't
like
really
a
know.
duck and quacks like a duck, it goes.
Well, that thing
quack,
famously
quack.
wasn't quacking.
Doesn't quack.
I think we spent a lot of time just thinking about how cool it would be to actually bring a rotisserie chicken into the game.
That's where we got.
Well,
Yeah.
and
'cause I
then,
told
like
you-
10 minutes later, we were like, oh yeah, it might have been a duck.
Yeah. And I was telling you about the guy who brought rotisserie chicken into a baseball game because technically speaking, it's sealed food in a clear bag, so it passes all the rules.
I mean,
So,
I wouldn't turn down a rotisserie chicken
imagine
at a hockey
Oh, a
game.
fucking rotis?
but imagine especially like a baseball game, being out in the outfield or
Yeah.
a day game, just
Oh,
nobody
man.
within 2 miles of you, just picking chicken out of a fucking
That-
bag.
So you've mentioned that several times over the past couple of days, going to baseball games and having no one around you.
Yeah.
That is never an experience that I get to experience.
Not at Fen.
Not at Fenway.
Yeah, no, but I had that a lot in Arizona. And
Yeah.
it rocked. Maybe if you go like some of the early games when it's freezing out.
I mean,
rotisserie chicken to warm you up.
the rescheduled day games
Yeah.
during the week, that's
Prime.
like a $16 ticket. Famously, Pete, we went and saw Shohei Ohtani for like $14. Doing that plus the rotis that you brought, you're getting everything you
Cash
need
in
in this
hand.
life of sin for 26, 27 bucks. Like
I think
that
even less
is
than that.
good.
Like if you plan it right, you already have your souvenir cup. You get a free refill. It's like what, $4 or $5 for a rotisserie chicken at Costco. $15-$16 ticket.
Eating a rotisserie chicken does like activate, I think, like the caveman inside
you're just
of
fucking-
you,
that's very-
where you're just
yeah,
like
primitive.
ripping apart a bird and eating it with your bare hands.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think you have to eat a rotisserie chicken with your bare hands, but
It's
I
easier.
I typically do that,
Yeah.
especially if I'm at a sporting event.
It's a hand forward affair.
Yes, it does awaken something inside of you. The theory that I had, or the observation that I had about that clip and the guys calling it was incorrect. By the way, that is the Ducks broadcast.
Oh, that was the Ducks broadcast they were
That was
showing?
the Ducks, the local Ducks broadcast.
Okay, well, speaking of broadcasts, Randy Hahn, the great Randy Hahn, who we know from This Week in Sharks, which is when we play clips of Sharks games. The great Randy Hahn, who calls the Sharks games, was the broadcaster for TNT in this game. And someone posted his calls of goals in this game, asking, is there anything that you maybe observe about these calls? Take a look and a listen.
Now Truma loads up a wrister. He scores!
It's the Ducks scoring. Yep.
Across. He scores!
There's the Ducks again.
Is it back? Connor Murphy scores! Here come the Ducks
Different kind of
again.
energy.
In front. They score!
Back to the Ducks.
Roslovic on the wing. They score!
Yeah, that's a different kind of energy.
That's a different kind of
energy. Yeah, I love Randy Hahn. I think that he is one of the best regional broadcasters in the entire National Hockey League. I was so pumped that he was calling that game.
You were pumped. You were like,
yes.
You were like, is that Randy Hahn? That fucking rocks.
You were as pumped as Randy Hahn is when anyone but the Oilers scores.
Yeah, I mean, I like Randy Hahn a lot. He was with Drew Remenda, his Sharks broadcast partner as well. Kind of weird that they just threw like the full Sharks broadcast team to call this game. Even weirder that he's just like getting so fucking up for the Anaheim Ducks, a rival of the Sharks, but not the Oilers. Love Randy Hahn. You gotta be a little bit more impartial.
That's what confused me, because is it maybe the thing of like one time when I was in Little League, the ump didn't show up or something, so we needed to like
The dad or
they're like,
something like
can the dad ump? And my dad umped, and absolutely fucked over one of my best friends because he didn't want people to think that like he's playing favorites. And my friend Kyle's coming up to me between innings and he's like, Deej, your dad's fucking killing me here. I'm pitching the game of my life. And he just wants it to look like he's not partial to me. I think that Randy Hahn doesn't want people to think like, oh, Sharks guy obviously isn't going to give a fuck about the Ducks, is going to be rooting against the Ducks. So he's gassing up the Ducks too much.
But have that same energy for the Oilers.
I feel like if it might be like an expectation thing. Like you're expecting the Oilers. So when like the Ducks are dunking on the Oilers, it's like, holy shit, the Ducks are doing it. And the Oilers score. It's like, of course. It's the Edmonton Oilers.
I mean, that was the Ducks fucking score. Let's get up. Everyone's getting pregnant tonight. And the Oilers scored. He's like, Josh Szymanski, literally die. Fucking die. Think about that.
And it's not like he's feeding off the energy of the building and having that affect his call. Because again, that game is in Edmonton.
Yeah, he's Pete at the Sabres game where he's like, go die. Hey, go.
Chad's saying that Randy's from Edmonton.
Oh, so he's my dad calling he's my dad umping. Shout out my dad. Great up otherwise.
From Edmonton, Canada. So, yeah, I think it's probably a good read that he probably was just being like...
He's just overcompensating
for his childhood fandom.
Damn. I love Randy, though. Somebody called it that was a Han job.
Yes.
It is interesting, though, that they're like, who can we get to call the Sharks or the Ducks Shark series? A guy from Edmonton who works for the Ducks' biggest rival, maybe. One of their biggest rivals, state rival. And then he's leaning towards the one that you would think he wouldn't.
All of it's very weird to me, but I will take more Randy Hahn, as much Randy Hahn as I can get during these playoffs. He's fantastic.
Absolutely. He positively rules. Ducks now, 1-1. How are we feeling about the series?
I'm very into it. I would love to see Connor McDavid show up at some point.
I mean, all kidding aside, McDavid has been bad this series.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if like bad is probably an overstatement.
I mean, I did find it very funny.
He was bad last night for sure.
Like,
you can give him some excuses, but he was bad last night.
Well, like the Stu thing, they said, like, other than the bad or the UPL thing the other night is a better example. Like, other than the terrible goal that he allowed, I thought that at this point he was like, if you cause a goal in the playoffs, not only were you bad, you're fucking costing people their nut. Okay? Like the stakes are too high. Connor.
What was I going to say?
Connor Murphy was better than him.
Yeah, I mean, Connor Murphy took some strays from the Buffaloes last night.
And from the Buffaloes, I think we mean...
Yeah, it was mainly just me. It was mainly just me being like, that guy looks weird.
You said he looks like a Simpsons character.
I said he looks like a Simpsons character. I said he has like no defining features. And if he committed a crime... and the sketch artist was like, describe him to me, I'd be like, he's white. And that would be all I had.
A white hockey player, huh? All right.
Big time Cutter Gauthier game
dude,
yesterday.
The thought that I just had in my mind
When's it
is
not?
that guy was a Philadelphia Flyer.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine that.
different kind of energy.
Imagine that
all
shit.
Flyers. Rising tide lifts all ships.
Yes, but I do think that Drysdale is kind of important to the different kind of energy.
I think he raises Zegras' ship surely just on vibes alone. But I mean, just like in separate vacuums, like adding that rockstar shit to the already rockstar shit that is the Philadelphia Flyers, or adding it back, I guess, would be awesome.
Think of it this way: could they have? No. Like, could they have done it? No, I'm trying to think of a way in which. I mean, there's no way they were keeping Gauthier, so it's a moot point. I was trying to think of how they could have figured things out to be like, here, things are going to be different for you. Kevin, don't listen to Kevin Hayes if he's talking to you. No, that ship sailed.
Yeah.
But fuck, it would be sick if all this was happening plus Cutter Gauthier.
Yeah, that guy rocks.
He does rock. The Ducks just have a lot of players that rock. I mean, Leo Carlson had 10 shots on goal in game one, and I was like, how cool is it that you get to go into a game and be like, okay, well, if Leo Carlson doesn't get like 10 shots on goal, Cutter Gauthier will have 30 attempts, and it'll be fine. You'll get your production somewhere.
Those two are they're like the McDavid and Draisaitl of shooting the fucking puck.
Yes. Yeah.
We're like, cool, one of them isn't going to like murder you, but the other one is. And the
Right.
one who
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
murder
what I'm
you
saying.
is going to like shoot you twice with a gun.
Yeah, you have two fully like psychopathic armed individuals, and you have to hope that both of them forget their guns before
When-
they come to work.
When sports betting first became legal, I was actually, I'll be honest, I think this was before sports betting became legal. When I first got into sports betting,
Allegedly.
I was all shots on goal all the time. That was my favorite thing to bet.
the best.
It's so fun. Did we ever do like the shots on goal streams? We wanted to do them.
We did for Prize Picks. Like we had
Oh.
a lot of Prize Picks ones early on.
Yeah, where we're just like, all we care about is shots on
Yeah.
goal. The Ducks are your fucking team for that. 2 people.
Those two are what I would call the big three in Anaheim. Gauthier, Leo Carlson, Tim Washy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We have become big Tim Washy guys. We know everything about that guy.
Explain, Sean, you want to explain our Tim Washy experience so far?
Yeah, so we're watching game 1, I guess, would have been. And at one point, the commentator said the name Tim Washy. And we're all like, who? And that's and now we're Tim Washy guys.
And Tim Washy, I believe, scored the goal that was disallowed, I think. Am I wrong?
Sounds right.
I don't know a lot about Tim
maybe?
Washy, so maybe this is not that, but we were like, oh, okay.
And now we just it is
And then-
kind of like the 6-7 thing where like the 6-7 thing became a thing we were talking about the other day, and now you hear 6-7 all the time. And you like I feel like I don't know if his name has been said a lot, or I just notice it when they say his name. But now every time I hear Tim Washy's name, which has been a lot, I get a little excited.
It makes me laugh.
And then later in the game, they say Tim Washy again, and we're like, oh, there goes this fucking Tim Washy again. Look at this guy getting called out. And we listened to them finish the sentence, which was, there's Tim Washy. Joel Quenneville very comfortable playing him against Connor McDavid. And we're like, I think we've just completely missed an important player here.
I mean,
Apparently.
Tim Washy, a NCAA national champion
champion, yeah.
for the Western Michigan Broncos.
Are you doing research?
Yeah.
I did after the first game.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that we were.
Yeah, we were
already
I thought
kind
we were
of
doing this
flying blind.
organically. Yeah.
But undrafted, Western Michigan Bronco, national champion, kind of just a legend.
He played like 50 games or something like that this year, and played 3 the year prior. So I think we're valid in not knowing who that guy is.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not big college hockey guys outside of the Hockey East. So apologies, Tim Washy. Didn't know about you. Was unfamiliar with your game. Chat's saying that it's Beckett Seneca erasure to have Tim Washy in the big three. Beckett Seneca ain't done shit in this series.
He screened a guy.
Yeah, he did have a good screen last night. Beckett Seneca
He's
rocks.
pretty quiet though. Pretty quiet. He's not drive and play.
He's not Tim Washy.
That's right.
I said this last night. I wish that at the beginning of this series, you could bet both teams to lead in every game.
I mean,
Because this is just the Ducks experience. And there's receipts. We all fucking love them for that. The Ducks trail in every game they play. And they even trail and then lead in games that they lose. The Ducks have trailed and led in both games. Oilers have trailed and led in both games. There was a snap in game 1 where it was Oilers ahead, Ducks ahead, Oilers ahead. I don't know what those odds would be, but I'm pissed you can't get them.
I mean, they would be astronomical, I would imagine.
2 for 2 so far. The Stars Stanley Cup is back on. I shouted out Liam Horrobin for when they were down game 1, having gotten their asses kicked. Him being like, yeah, they're going to come out of the Central and maybe win the Western Conference, whatever. Took overtime last night, but high event overtime, exciting overtime, lot of penalties. I feel bad for our playoff explainer in which we said, now, what's different about the playoffs from the regular season? They don't call penalties, especially in overtime.
We did
Game
say,
1
though,
of
that,
Lightning.
as the series go along, as like the games get more meaningful and the playoffs get deeper, that's
Yeah.
when they swallow the whistles. Oftentimes, early on in the playoffs and early on in series, they're trying to like set the tone
and say don't fuck around.
Yeah, so they do call him early on.
But game
Not in
one,
overtime though.
Game 1 of Lightning Montreal. Juraj Slafkovsky, game winner on the power play, which, by the way, I saw a very funny meme yesterday that was the Canadians in overtime when there isn't 3-on-3 or power plays, and it was just like 4 guys who were emaciated.
Yes.
Who just didn't know what to do. Stars go up 3-2, though. Why? I think this is going to be a 7-game series. It's so lame and cliche to say, but like I don't think that the Wild are cooked by any measure. There's been some bumps in the road last 2 games, but I think this is going 7.
My big takeaway is that I'm just mad about game 1. I'm mad that they took away a game from us. Look what they took from us. Look how good this series has been over the past 2 games, and I'm just mad that the Stars didn't show up for game 1. But like we've said that about the Stars for the past 3 years. No team in the league is as good as them, except for like the one playoff game per series where they just don't fucking show up at all. Maybe that was their one in this series. I hope that it was their one. But like there are a lot of playoff games that the Stars just do not bother showing up for.
Yeah. How we feel about the Wild going into game 4 now, given that they could have ended it twice in overtime on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, they had two power plays. They went 1 for 7 yesterday as a whole, so got to figure that out. Maybe they got to hire Glenn Gulletson.
They've got to beat. Yeah, they need to child sweep. What is it when you win in 6 games? Not sweeping.
I don't think it's a thing. it's you 1-4-2.
Yes, they've got to win they've got to go belt to ass next 3 games and then get swept in the next round to establish that they fucking suck. And the Stars are like, we got beat by that shit. Glenn, why do you think we lost? What did you say? Fire him. Glenn fixes the Wild power play. Bidding war with the Sabres. Sure. So keep an eye on it.
Chad's saying the Stars are 2-9 in their last 11 game ones. Not good.
Is that right?
Yeah, I guess they just like really suck in game ones, but they really sucked. I will step.
And one of the ones that they won, they were terrible. And the game 1 of the Western Conference Final last year, where they just got smoked, and then the Oilers took 1,000 penalties and like freaked out, and it was the most beautiful fucking like what the fuck is that hockey game I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Go Stars, baby.
I will genuinely stamp a no joke must win on the Minnesota Wild in game 4. You can't go down 3-1 to the Stars. You can't do it, especially with how close the past couple of games have been. And Stars or the Wild coming out on the wrong side of them, like they need to win game 4.
Can I have a counterpoint to that?
Yeah.
The Stars lost 3 games in a row their last playoff series. They lost 4 games in a row their last playoff series. And I do take the Wild seriously enough to say they could do it. I definitely don't think they would, but I don't think they would be dead at down 3-1. I think this series
never
is going
turn
7.
down the how do I make this about the Oilers?
It's not how do I make this about the Oilers. It's how do I make it about the, like, literally, you said the Stars aren't going to lose 3 games in a row. They literally lost 3 games in a row
I didn't
their
say
last
the Stars
series.
aren't going to lose 3 games in a row. I just said
you did. You said the Wild have to win their next game.
I just think that they have to win their next game. I'm making it more about the Wild than the Stars.
You're
don't
saying
think
the same thing, and I'm saying that the Stars literally did that the last time they played a playoff series.
But the Oilers are better than those Oilers were better than these Wild.
It's not like once I will allow you to do that with the Bruins. I'm not letting you do that with every team. Like the Wild are the Wild are a top 4 or 5 team in the NHL.
They can be for sure. I just think that if you go down like a team that doesn't have as much experience in the playoffs and as much success as I know they're like saying that the Oilers have a ton of success in the playoffs is funny, but like the Oilers just have a different beast in them that we know exists. That like even when like they become stronger when they're pushed up against the wall. Like they put themselves up against the wall because they know that they kind of
Yes.
have that beast in them.
Yeah.
And I don't know that the Wild have that, especially when you're going back to Dallas with your back against the wall. I would not bank on the Wild being stronger because of that.
Yeah, I don't think that the Wild would do that. I'm saying that I disagree with saying that they couldn't do it because this is and I am very pro Stars. I'm very pro both of these teams, which is why I think it's going to go 7 games. But I do know, as we all do, that the Stars have lost 4 games in a row in their previous playoff series. And granted, this would just only be 3. So I guess I'm trying to give both teams a little credit here. Now, that's all the games from last night. Yes, a 3-gamer last night, easy. Love that. Feels good. A Senators fan, we never talked about this, that a Senators fan made one of those music videos for the playoffs that they come out every year. If you're new to hockey, teams will make the playoffs and their fans will make like little "We're in the playoff" songs, and they are always bad. A Senators fan made one.
They're always bad, and the rest of the fan base fucking hates that person for making the song.
Yes.
They always are upset.
Pete, you want to lead this one, or do you want to just show the video and then get to the results, or how do you want to play this?
I'll just set this up by saying this guy is a singer-songwriter from Ottawa, and he's done this 2 years in a row. He did it last year. Everybody was like, this sucks. Don't do this. And then the Senators lost in the first round, and I think they got mad at that guy, blamed it on that guy, because that's what happens. This year, the song is way fucking worse. The last year's was like, he tried. This year, I would say that the song is an abomination, perhaps, is what I'll label it as. Here it is.
Yeah, you can be the judge.
It's been a minute.
2 Hurricanes fans go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Guess who's back? Back again.
I want to pretend this is good, but it's off to a terrible start.
Pesky Sens. They've created a monster, cause nobody thought we'd be good enough to make it back to the dance, did ya? Well, if you want pesky, this is what we'll give ya. A little Tim Stew, mix with some shape. So you on the east, I think you're the master, but you know we're younger and we're faster. Better call your mom and call your pastor. You'll be spiraling like a tropical disaster. So step on up, we'll
I like
bring
the
the
hurricane
heat, cause we
reference
need a
there.
little controversy.
It's got
Yeah, we'll make
bars.
you look worse
It's
than
just-
the leaves.
Chat's
The
also
Sens
pointing
are
out that
full
it's
of sand leaves.
the Red Wings goal song, which is kind of like pissing on a grave.
Oh,
That I
interesting.
like.
That part I do kind of like.
All right, so that I was planning on pretending that was awesome. I've not seen that before. I was planning on pretending.
Don't even have that in you.
I can't do it because do the beginning of the video again. Like I want you to listen to the round the outside part, okay?
It's been a minute.
2 Hurricanes fans go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
All right, come back.
Guess who's back?
It's not he's doing it like completely on the beat. He's going he's going 2 trailer park girls go round the outside. That's not what Eminem does. It's off the beat. It's 2 trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round
I don't
the
think
outside.
that matters.
It
I
is
don't think-
because that is the type of shit, and I'm not.
That is
I
not
don't-
the problem I have with
I
this.
don't know. It makes it a bajillion times cornier. It is like clapping on 1 and 3. It's just like a little thing that indicates a high level of corniness. If like a lot of people will listen to that and they'll say, I know that Eminem's white, but they'll say like, that's like the whitest shit. Like that's the whitest way that you could make that song is the way I would put that. So it is terrible. I was planning, sir, and I support you. I support independent musicians, but I think on that one you did a bad job. And maybe these guys are right. Everyone else hates you for a different reason. I don't hate you. I love you. I want you to improve and make better music. You beefed it, dude.
I mean, he has beefed it, but he may have gotten a free vacation out of it because Sens go down 2-0 to the Canes. They head back to Ottawa, and that guy is nowhere near the Senators arena because apparently they sent him to Taiwan to get
ready to
literally
learn
as
Taiwanese,
far
buddy.
away as possible from Ottawa. And he says he's going to stay there until the series is over. He said that the Senators sent him there. I don't know if that's actually true or whether he was just like in Taiwan and that's part of the joke. But the Senators put out a video basically forcing him to apologize for what he did to the team. I don't know how much we want to
Hello, Sens fans.
play that, but
Kyle
here it
Ivan
is.
Here. As you can see, I am in Asia. This is not AI, I am actually here. I have been sent here by the Ottawa Senators organization because they wanted me as far away from the Canadian Tire Centre as possible before Game 3 tonight. As most of you know by now, I've become a bit of an internet celebrity over the past week, and not in a good way. A video that was intended to share my joy and passion for our team has instead backfired and unleashed a...
Yeah, so they deported him.
And they posted this with "You're welcome, Sens fans." Senators, you're not allowed to say "you're welcome" right now about anything. I feel
Why?
shit's not going well.
Yeah, but
Because of this.
that's
They-
yeah.
they
that's-
just fixed it.
They're trying to.
You're welcome
They're
for
trying to
fixing the
bring a
problem.
different kind of energy.
I get wanting a different kind of energy. You're saying that that man has so much power that he makes your team booty cheeks on the ice.
Nice.
Come on, Sens. Although we like when statements are released involving the Senators.
Yeah, right.
So beggars can't be choosers. I don't know. I'm not getting a different type of energy off this. Like I see all of this and I'm like, yeah, I've been pro Sens, but this is why I'm not really a believer.
This is the most I've ever liked the Ottawa Senators in my entire life. I think that's an awesome move. And if they actually paid for this kid to fly to fucking Taiwan for that is awesome. That also that's like got to be an Andlauer thing.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like that, and that's I love owners being like, here's some money for a couple of clicks on Twitter.
I do respect this this kid for being willing to be a human shield
Yeah,
for an
like
entire organization.
He's self-deprecating, which I appreciate.
Do we really? Yeah, chat does say this is ice behavior.
Well, it's Canadian, so
Just,
they don't
but
have
just
those
like
guys.
tossing someone out because you don't like their music.
It seemed like he was a willing participant.
You know what this actually is? This is Pitbull Walmart behavior. What do you know about that?
Yeah, I do remember that when they had like a contest.
Oh,
to
in
see where-
Alaska? He showed up in Alaska?
And it was
Yeah.
like, let's banish Pitbull.
But except the joke was on those people because Pitbull's fucking awesome, and he's like, I'll go to fucking Alaska for the vibes. That's Mr. Worldwide.
Hell yeah.
Famously.
Alaska's part of the world.
Yes, exactly.
But here's what has to happen. Well, I guess what happens if the Senators turn this around? They win this series.
That guy's
there.
Taiwanese now.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't like bring him. I was gonna say you kind of have to bring him back and like let him have his moment. But do you? I think you just like
No, I think
you make sure that he is there until the end of the playoffs.
Yeah, you keep that guy in Taiwan as long as necessary. And if they win the cup, I think you got to figure out citizenship.
I'm still
permanently.
trying to figure out, are we actually believing that the Senators footed this bill and
I don't
got
think
him
so.
Probably not. But the fact that they posted the video is...
And if he was just in Taiwan, that is a good spin.
Yeah, that's
on the whole
that's
story.
what I'm assuming was he was going to be there, but we got so into it that I was like, can't tell if we're serious or not.
I don't know. I need to know more. Like, I think it's possible that they did it because that'd be an awesome bit.
Yeah.
But like, I think him just happening to be in Taiwan is more likely.
What
we
if
will
he
be
performs?
we will be using get ready to learn Taiwanese for everybody that had like Connor McDavid, get ready to learn Taiwanese after your
Yes.
game 2, buddy.
What if he doesn't have a lot of friends there and starts dropping into some clubs, hearing some music? After all, he is a musician. They're like, "You got anything?" And he's like, "Well, I got this one song." And they're like, "Yo, like, we get you a band." He sings this song. He's like, "Well, it kind of got me kicked out of Canada." And they're like, "Hey, a little controversial tune. Let's
Need a little
need a little
controversy."
controversy." He plays it, and we have to ask the question: did this guy just make the song of the Taiwanese summer? It shoots all the way up the charts in Taiwan, and like he ends up becoming a Taiwanese sensation with his art.
I mean,
That would be a happy ending. Senators lose in the first round, and this guy like buys the team because he's so rich off of his smash Taiwanese single. Because I don't know how much they speak English in Taiwan. I don't know if
There's a lot of language chat saying that like Taiwanese isn't real.
Taiwanese is real. Like yeah.
Let me see.
Taiwanese, it's like they have a version of a language. It's but it's called Taiwanese.
I mean, even if it wasn't a real language, there's the meme format of get ready to learn blank.
Yeah, learn Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mandarin Chinese is the official language spoken by nearly 80% of the population. Other languages spoken, Taiwanese, Hakka, Formosan languages such as Amis,
Guys, my
Tile,
family is Taiwanese. It is absolutely a real language.
Yeah.
and Taiwan. And so this helps. They're not going to know those words. English is not a primary language in Taiwan. So they're just going to think that it's just, hey, that could mean anything. This guy's probably singing about his broken heart or how we can, if we all come together, we can change the world. They don't know that he's saying pesky Sens.
I mean, isn't that the same thing? The Sens come together, they win a Stanley Cup, that changes the world. That's love, brother.
Yeah, but I think it's more likely that this guy becomes a rock star in Taiwan than the Senators win the cup. I think the funnier outcome is he becomes a star in Taiwan and buys the Sens with all that money.
What if like the result of this is that just they're just the Senators are the most popular team in Taiwan?
Oh yeah,
that would be incredible. Just an incredible like representation of Senators fans in Taiwan because of this guy.
He's going to have an Ichiro effect.
Yes, yeah.
They're going to be like, what's this? What's that jersey he's wearing? They're all wearing it. Who's Tim Stew? And then like kids at school are like bragging about how much they know about the song. They're like, Tim Stew's not even his real name. It's Tim Stützle. And then they're talking about German hockey. This guy's going to change the world. Release another statement saying, you guys are going to be sorry when I'm making your Lexus payments.
I'm really into this whole thing now. I need a Senators turnaround just so that we can kind of see where this whole thing goes.
Do we know the account, like the social media? I mean, I'm sure that they had to shut down their account because people didn't understand his art and they were being so mean to him about it.
I think that you do that playoff theme thing for attention.
Yeah.
And to like grow your own brand. There's no way he deleted his account.
Yeah, because it's the second one he did, and he got shit for it last year.
Right.
I don't think he would have been running it back if he was worried about the negative attention that he was getting.
His name is Kyle Ivan.
Yep.
And we're rooting for him.
Kyle Ivan?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to connect with Kyle Ivan and see if I just want to tell him to keep writing. Don't let those muscles atrophy. What's the thing where?
Don't let your muscles get atrophy.
Yeah, like don't let them atrophize. If that is
atrophy, I think it is atrophy. I think don't let them atrophy.
Don't let them. Atrophy is the verb.
I think so.
Don't let them atrophy. You've got a gift. People are clearly responding to it. So keep writing. Maybe a little more syncopation. Maybe a little more not.
Get this guy a producer.
I didn't want to say it. Like he just needs a producer.
Yeah.
He needs someone who even if you just want to nudge it a few ticks, get that Kendrick Lamar type effect. You know what I'm saying?
Can confirm
Kyle?
atrophy is the verb.
Atrophy is the verb. Thank you very much, Sean. Okay, game 3 tonight. We're going to be at Rec Room in Buffalo. It is going to be a scene. Be there, I think we could say it. Young Gritty's going to roll through.
Hell yeah.
We're going to have Young Gritty in the house, and Young Gritty is coming bearing gifts for Sean. I have hyped up what I believe this gift is for you quite a bit.
A little bit.
Pete and I know, we think we know. For all we know, this maniac has been lying to us, which would be amazing.
Yeah.
Assuming you could trust Young Gritty.
It's a can of Pringles, and you're going to be like, oh, nice. Oh! Snake to the face.
I will say, they're great gifts.
Yep.
We're getting to a point where I need to ask something from Young Gritty. You guys have gotten incredible presents from Young Gritty.
I haven't gotten anything yet, to be clear.
Incredible Presence is my middle name when I'm producing the that's my producer name.
Oh, that
Incredible
Presence made it.
That's pretty good, honestly. I would ride with that. We're also we're currently working.
Perfect.
We're workshopping Sean's musical career in Buffalo. That
/
has started.
DJs.
Oh yeah.
Well, it started as DJs
behind the scenes.
No, you're going to be the face of
Yes,
it because
yes.
I think that will
It'll lend.
It'll lend
Yeah.
to what we're doing.
We're gonna make Sean
gonna
a country music star.
Yeah,
over
we're
the
working
summer.
on it. This started as making my summer hobby doing a country music grift.
This started as us shitting on country music.
Country people named like Brian, Luke.
Luke.
Luke,
Jenner.
like
the country music stars, the radio country music stars who have two first names. That
okay,
kind of brand.
So I've got some notes on this plan, and I was saying like just work on it. Just over the summer, just work on being like not in like that fucking Bo Burnham song, which respect. The one that's like it's a pandering country song. That's too over the top, and that's like too. This would be like people.
We're trying to trick people.
I will say on this, yes, exactly. I will say
trying to grift.
on this show, this is a grift to try to get dummies who like that bad music to give us money. And Sean is going to be the look
I could put on a little twang.
of it.
Sean
You
wants to
don't
be a
even need to
star.
sing. You don't even need to sing.
Well, what happens when I have to
Lip sync.
perform?
You were in chorus though.
I
bet you have-
I could sing country.
We
I bet you have better voice than me
we have
anyway.
driven
Oh, I
around
don't know about
Buffalo
that.
quite a bit this week, and like every car ride, Sean's like, I sang there, I sang there, I sang there.
I did sing. Well, a couple churches I sang around in a bank when in high school. I just think country is so. Oh, are you saying Eric Sean?
Eric Sean.
Eric Sean is my
No,
country
no,
name?
We did workshop.
Name of the
we
name of the
workshop
artist.
names.
Name of the artist is Brian Tucker Luke.
Brian. Oh yeah, no, Brian Luke Tucker.
Brian
Brian,
Luke Tucker.
Luke Tucker.
It's BLT.
Oh, yeah,
BLT.
BLT. You're right.
Yes,
You're right.
Yes,
But
Brother
damn,
man.
Eric Sean would be good.
Eric Sean would be good.
The songs. There's 2 songs so far. I haven't written them, but they're going to be called Tennessee Talkin'.
Yes,
and
talking. Yep.
every country artist needs a song. Every stupid fucking country artist needs a song called "Home."
Yes, yes. And I'm gonna sing about like a random town in Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a place you've definitely never been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Brian
down
Luke
in
Tucker.
Montgomery.
I'm going to come to Buffalo and we'll have writing sessions.
I'm about it. Well, I mean, yeah. I
It's a lot of
feel
songs about
so confident that with your musical like production, whatever, like abilities, and how low the bar is for like actual singing ability in country music, we could do it.
completely. This is absolutely achievable. We would never grift on this podcast, but like as a side gig, we'll musically grift.
Yeah.
We would never grift on this podcast, but when the mics turn off, we're locked in.
That's the real. That's. I don't know if that's better or worse, but that's what we'll be doing for sure.
Yeah.
There's
Summer
gonna be-
project. Sean's gonna be a country
I would
music
love
superstar.
to perform.
I'm
country
definitely.
music.
There's definitely going to be a song about things that you just want to do.
I want to ride my truck.
Yeah,
I
just
want to drink my beer.
that guy. Yeah,
We did do like the explanation that the grift is to fund the podcast.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the money will be put back into the podcast until it gets to. I mean, those guys make an overwhelming amount of
Yeah.
money, so
We can keep
I'm
some
gonna
of
be
it.
yeah, I'm gonna be skimming some off the top.
I
But-
mean, what great music story doesn't have a little bit of like managerial theft
exactly.
attached
Pete's
to it?
gonna be the manager, and
then-
we're always
oh.
gonna be dubious of him.
And then, like in a decade from now, we get to re-record our music and release it and grift again.
Yeah.
and make Pete the bad guy.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I'm
we're
into
gonna
this.
we're gonna fucking Brian's version this.
Yeah, BLT version.
That's what you know. What? Maybe we start with Brian's version. So when people see, they're like, "Oh, who's this man? Who's this black man singing country music?"
Yeah.
This is interesting.
He's
Oh,
doing
and
important work.
and it says in parentheses, Brian. It's his version. Someone wronged him, and I'm supporting this version. I'm not going to play the other version. We start with Brian's version. We're gonna fucking smoke these dummies.
The number of comments you're gonna get being like, "I like what this guy's doing. It's important work." It's gonna be incredible.
And you have to reply and be like, "From the bottom of my heart, ma'am."
I just the things I gotta get a cowboy hat. And I just love-
BLT version is really
BLT's
good.
version.
Yeah. It's a lot of suggestions to name one of the songs. "Kiss My Fish."
Kiss my fish.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like, you know how when you catch a fish
Oh.
and they do the kissing picture?
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, kiss my fish.
Yeah.
I kiss 3 things. I kiss my wife goodbye. I kiss my daughter goodnight, and I kiss my fish when I catch them.
That's
This guy's
you are ready for
guy's got
interviews. You are CMT ready.
I don't know what it is, but you've got it, pal.
Yes, all glory to God. Oh my God, brother, I'm ready for this.
All glory to God. Those stars and stripes. Hey, what do you think before the games when you look at at those at that beautiful flag flying, hearing those words that Cammy's singing to not just you but to everyone in this beautiful nation.
When I see those boys down on the ice and I got a cold beer in my hand, all I can think about is the troops that made this possible.
Ooh, damn. The chat saying you could be the Turning Point USA halftime show next year.
That's where the grift would fall. That's where the grift would end, though.
Why?
Because it would be like I'd be in the middle of it.
That's the pinnacle of the grift.
I'd start pulling out like the flags and
Trans
shit.
rights.
Yeah, I'd be like,
boom, bitch! I want men playing women's sports.
Sean, I would be so mad at you if we executed this grift to such perfection that you got the Turning Point halftime show and you gave it all away.
it doesn't get better than that.
That's art. That's fucking
the peak. And then, are you kidding me? We become absolute like legitimate icons.
No, you
for
take
good
taking
reason.
money out of my pocket. That grift, that grift would be going good.
He's got money to skim off the top.
That's right.
You're fucking his nut.
And then we can slowly transition this into like me grifting and being like on Fox News. And then I could just, then we could really get into it. Oh man, we're going to make so much money off dumb Republicans.
I haven't looked at the chat at all during this.
Because
it's possible
he's a Republican?
It's possible the chat the whole time is like, don't do this.
No,
Chat
everyone's
is-
like, yes.
Chat is saying like cancel the hockey podcast now. We don't care about the playoffs. Start the grift.
All right, I'm going to start.
The Grand Rapids Griftins.
Damn. This is why it's good that we're on the road, because if we were home right now, I'd go home as soon as the show is done, get in the fucking lab, cook up like 9 instrumental tracks, be like, Sean, what are you doing? Let's get to writing.
I think the end goal here is for me to be in like the U.S. House of Representatives as like full blown grifter. Like I want to take this to the top.
LGBTQ plus.
Yeah. But you do, when you expose yourself, do you do it in a good, like a good, it turns out I'm actually a decent man and I believe that people who should love who they love should be who they are? Or do you like put it in their language to freak them out? And just because like they don't say trans rights. They don't talk about trans rights. They talk about men are going to play women's sports. So like, do you just come out and just be like, I think straight up men, trans or otherwise, should be playing women? Just like scare them as much as possible.
I don't know. There's going to be a lot of. I think there's going to be a lot of going on the fly. It just you got to meet in the moment. But I think we.
Oh, well, we can do this.
Cooking.
We could do this.
The chat's asking for Brian Luke Tucker merch.
I know, that was the thing. I was like, if I fucking say what the song titles are, all my fucking mentions are gonna be like release home.
And then we get to do like album cover photo shoots where I am just like in the middle of some wheat with my foot up on a truck and a cowboy hat over my face.
This is gonna go so well.
Yeah.
This already has so much momentum.
Yeah, I need this.
All right, what's the slate tonight? 10 games?
Yep, exactly.
We got game 3 of the Sabres at the Bruins. Series tied at 1 apiece. You can catch that on TNT. Or if you're in Buffalo, you can catch it at the Rec Room. We're going to be there with Dishin. Getting there around 6 p.m., but the game starts at 7. Hurricanes looking to take a commanding 3-0 series lead when they face the Senators in Ottawa. We'll see what type of music they're playing. That's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on TBS.
What's the local time in Taiwan for that stuff?
Yep, and then
wondering
the Kings will host the Avalanche. We'll see if the Koreatown Senior and Community Center harmonica class will be there and how many of them will be there. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern in the United States and Canada. It's on TNT. We've also got our Chaos Play Parlay, I should say, with Sports Interaction, Sportsbook, and Casino. Every game is your game, and you bet with Sports Interaction. Bet the action on every period, every shift, every shot with Canada's homegrown sportsbook, Sports Interaction, Ontario only, 18+. Please play responsibly. The Chaos Play we are calling Shipping Up to Boston. Pete titled it that.
That's a Dropkick Murphys reference.
Because that song's back. Oh, you did?
I was the one that brought up
Shipping Up to Boston.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to write those songs, and then when I put down the writing credits, I'm going to confuse you with Pete. I'm going to be like, I think Pete wrote that. And that's how Pete's going to absolutely fuck you.
We should get Kevin Weeks writing credits.
We should get Kevin Weeks to tease our singles coming out.
No, the album cover should just be the top of your forehead.
Top of my forehead, yeah. Eyes up.
Yes.
Oh, Eyes Up would be
the album name?
Yes.
Why is there hockey on my grifting podcast? Also, the first podcast, and look, we don't like grifting podcasts. The first podcasts to be like, Let's grift on the podcast.
I'm already cooking up the YouTube thumbnail for the What Chaos channel. It's like how we grifted the country music,
and it's us doing like fucking cheap
Uber driver
thumbnail
sucked me
face.
off.
I do think we need to stop talking about this though, because there can't
Yeah.
be too much tape on
That's true.
our grift. We might need to delete this episode from YouTube.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I want the Whatnuts to know that it is, but also I like doing explaining the joke sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't.
From
I'm
now,
with
I
you.
think we should commit to the bit and just like kind of drop little Easter eggs about like, I've really been getting an itch to start making some music.
Yeah, this is the last time that we'll ever acknowledge the grift.
Yeah, from now on, it's a bit with us and
No, from here on out, it's real.
well, us and our 1,123 closest friends. Keep it secret.
The shipping up to Boston parlay is over 6.5 goals in Bruins Sabres. David Pastrnak 2+ points and a Josh Doan anytime goal. Pete, you cooked that one up.
I did. I feel good about it. I've been waiting for Josh Doan to really kind of put his stamp on this series.
Yeah.
I think tonight could be the night. I think things open up a bit tonight. Both teams have found a little success. You go back to Boston, going to be good energy in that building. I feel like tonight could be more of a circus, especially after the way that Game 2 sort of devolved into madness. It's going to be nasty. I think it's going to be a very high event game. Expect goals. David Pastrnak going to have a statement game, and Josh Doan going to get on the board.
Love it. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction, from puck drop to overtime. Bet with live odds on every play with easy deposits and payouts. Go to sportsinteraction.com/whatchaos to open an account. Ontario only 18+. Please play responsibly. We've got to get out of here in a few minutes, so let's fly through some super chats. Sean, thank you very much. And hit like if you have not yet on this video. I dreamt Pete and Sean were at DJ's Beer League game, says DCAI. I'm looking at some of these bubbles, these shields that they have around dishing. I think I want one for my bad at hockey
so
drop-in
sick.
games.
I mean, that would be a tough look for being.
Well, I would say
insane.
he needs to wear 99 at that point.
I'd also need to get
do it.
99.
You have
You
to
gotta
look
have
like
the
a-
craziest jersey talk.
It's an
Yeah.
EASHL
Yeah,
player.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Merc Pool says, Gritty wishes he could be on the Penguins level. The team killed a real Penguin back in 68. R.I.P. Pete the Penguin. Luxury Trash says, Rasmus Ristolainen Conn Smythe campaign starts now. Agree. Chea Michla says, I know no hit chat, but please show the TK/Rust helmet. What we got
Travis
there?
Konechny, Rust helmet.
Oh,
Where it popped off and flew.
Yes.
That was that shouldn't have been called.
big night for helmets coming off last night. Casey Carson says, what if some aliens from outer space possessed him and stole his talent Space Jam style? Connor McDavid. That could happen, but I think
Or
it's more likely we
Kyle
just think
Ivan.
he's bad.
Yeah, he just sucks now.
Yeah, or
be
Kyle
Kyle
Ivan.
Ivan, yes.
You got there. Phil says Sabres PP is as useful as a handbrake on a canoe.
Small change. Looks like Tuck's getting put back on that first power play.
Tucky.
So we'll see if it's any different.
Jules says Kyle is my ex's cousin and can confirm he was already in Taiwan, but he
Damn.
enjoys the bit. Shout out Kyle. I hope he's taking advantage of a potentially new market for him, though.
And for the Senators.
Yes.
Bad behavior to be traveling to Taiwan when your team's in the playoffs.
That is kind of crazy.
It is, by the way. I don't know. They're 12 hours ahead, so it'll be a 7:30 a.m.
Oh, so we
puck
already
drop.
knows what happens.
Yes.
Yeah, he's already
It's
tomorrow.
125, so it already happened over
He's
there.
got the script.
Damn. Luxury Trash says, have y'all listened to Dixon Dallas? This guy makes
yeah.
stereotypical country music, but the lyrics are super gay. Oh, yeah, Luxury Trash. All
That's
about that.
Brandon Bussy.
Yeah, that's where we got some of the bussy. He has a song called Good Lookin' that is incredible. That's not, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to say what it's going to be. You're just going to have to wait and hear it. But
It's going to be more subtle than that.
it's going to be subtle. It's, again, not. I try to keep a straight face with some of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? BB Gus says, how do y'all cope with your team crashing out? My brand of neurodivergence makes it so painful to see the Pens go down like this. Help me touch grass. I mean, personally,
I don't even know if that's like a neurodivergent thing. I
Yeah.
mean, your team is crashing out
You
to
just take
the
that
most,
shit to the fucking dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
that
like-
is just the experience.
you're just like, fuck this,
You're-
whatever.
You're asking the question with a basketball book in your hand because your situation is not our situation. Things have gone poorly for our teams, but not to the degree that it's gone poorly for yours.
I mean, it has for mine in the past.
Right, but not right now. We
But
got to show
I just sit there and take it.
All right, any more super chats?
Nope.
Okay, Rec Room tonight at 6 p.m. we'll get there, but the game will be at 7 p.m. It's going to be a blast. Dishon's going to be there. Cannot wait for it. Huge game tonight, and we've got a Friday episode coming tomorrow. We go back to the postseason Friday episodes, so congratulations to you. We love you.
It will not be live. Tomorrow's episode
yes.
will not be live. We're going to hit the road from Buffalo, so apologies. You're still welcome to join the chat and have fun amongst yourselves. We won't be able to see it, and it will probably be out around noon, like same time, but it will not be live. So we will see you back here live, not back here, back in the Sports Interaction studio on Monday. Also, Patreon episode coming this week. Bye.
Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to What Chaos here on YouTube. You will get everything, daily episodes, player interviews, and so much more. It's all here on the What Chaos YouTube. Hit subscribe.